"Mom," he said, "this is the reason I've been avoiding you the past few days." My oldest son then removed his shirt to reveal a large tattoo on his upper arm. So many things went through my head, and I mentally sorted through what I wanted to say. This is what I didn't say. I didn't remind him of the many conversations we'd had about getting tattoos, about how this could affect his future because of the view potential employers could have about a tattooed employee, about the potential physical risks involved, about respect for his body, and about the idea that you really need to be sure before you do something so permanent to your body. I didn't point out how hard I had worked to raise him properly on my own, helping him to grow up to be a good person, and how I tried to instill in him the principles and morals, hoping all along that what I was trying to teach him was what I was supposed to be teaching him. I didn't recount the stories to him of how I had prayed earnestly to have him come to our family and a healthy body, and that I had kissed away so many boo-boos on his toddler arms and legs and watched his teenage appendages grow to be large and long and lanky. I did not mention how I had worried about him losing a limb each time he did something I felt was risky, like skateboarding in a parking garage, or doing parkour off the top of the jungle gym in the park, or rappelling off of a cliff, or even driving up the canyon in a car full of friends. I didn't admonish him about growing wiser with age and changing his views and developing in character and sometimes regretting youthful impulses that had lasting effects. I did say softly, "Wow." He then explained to me that he had wanted this tattoo to really mean something, not to be just a trendy thing like a moon on his stomach or an Asian symbol for peace on his chest, but something to be proud of and something he would love. I looked at my baby, my son who was no longer a baby, whose life I could no longer guide, only watch and maybe occasionally comment on. I looked at this new mark on his arm, which was an emblem to him, something he wanted to see each time he looked at his own body that signified who he was and what he was becoming. Then I looked at my son's belly button. That is the mark I left on him the day he was born. It is that place where he was once connected to me when I was his everything. That mark was made when we evolved from being one entity to two. His belly button was created because I had let him go. This new mark, the tattoo, meant that we were evolving again. It was the mark left when he felt he needed to separate from me again. I looked at his tattoo, this new permanent thing that really meant something to him. It is a large tulip representing our Dutch heritage and the stories of struggle and bravery he has heard about his immigrant grandparents and great-grandparents. Under the tulip, there is a small banner, and in capital letters, it says, "Mom."